Who comes to mind when I ask you to think of someone that for you represented someone who demonstrated the key behaviors and ingredients of an effective leader? And when I ask that question, I really do want you to think of someone that has a personal connection for you. They don't have to have held the title of leader. They do not have to have been a data point in some research survey, but someone that personally stirred in you some appreciation of key behaviors or attributes of an effective leader. And I want to share with you someone that I didn't really know anything about until I saw Brian Lanker, the photojournalist's book called I Dream a World, which was a photographic, book of black women who had impacted America in real key ways. On the cover of it was a woman, a face with the lines of experience and the braids of, wisdom that just drew me into wanting to draw her picture. So I'm going to show you in a moment a drawing I did of Brian Lanker's photograph, but I do want you to appreciate that for me, this was a image of someone that I didn't know a thing about. Her name's Septima Poinsette Clark. And the more and more I researched her, the more and more I learned about her, the more and more intrigued I was about what she represented as a leader. And let me tell you a couple of things about her. She was born in 1898, and many people in the civil rights in the 1950s or so really thought of her as the mother of the movement. Septima was responsible for designing, creating, facilitating these citizenship workshops throughout the country. And I read one quote attributed to Martin Luther King that said, if there's something I don't know, ask Septima Clark. Now, behind the scenes, Septima Clark, the mother of the movement. Here's a quote. Here's a quote that really, again, hooked me and drew me into what she represented as an example of effective leadership. And the quote goes like this: I believe unconditionally in the ability of people to respond when they are told the truth. We need to be taught to study rather than believe, to inquire rather than to affirm. The two things I would say to underscore that leadership effectiveness for me in Septima Clark. One of them was that you do not have to be in the limelight to be a leader. Again, I didn't know her. Maybe you knew of her, but she really was one of those pioneers and one of those stalwarts that was focused on leading without being in the limelight. Another thing that's really striking about her, because of the efforts that she put into those citizenship workshops, and she actually studied with W.B. Du Bois. Rosa Parks was attended one of her workshops before she started the the Montgomery bus boycott. But Septima was really focused on creating the resources and the foundation needed for people to be successful, the literacy workshops. So again, I would highlight for you key aspects of a leader represented for me in Septima Poinsette Clark. You can lead without being in the limelight, and you really, as a leader, want to create this, provide the resources and the foundation for people to be successful. So, with that being said, and let me ask my questions before I leave because I do want to leave you with a picture. But hopefully, you got something out of what I said to you. I hope you like it. I hope you'll find an opportunity to share it with others. I hope it will generate in you some time to reflect upon who represents an example of an effective leader for you. And most importantly, I hope it makes you pause and wonder if someone was asked who was an effective leader for them, would they think of you? So let me leave you with my pen drawing of Septima Clark.